This is a superb quality unique weapon found in Dawnshore. But don't go rushing over here, because when you find it, it's probably not going to be superb quality unless you're doing what I'm about to explain. So I'm going to explain to you in this video how this system works for deciding the quality of a unique and how we can exploit it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and I'm going to head to a camp. Now, what you're going to find is, for example, if you watch my video on the bow that I use, where I buy it, people in the comments are saying they found it at a lower quality. That is because the quality of the item in a shop, from what my testing is, my limited testing, that is going to be based on the level of your highest tier weapon. And the level that a unique drops is going to be based on the tier of your highest tier unique. So my highest tier is the Long Touch, a superb quality. And if you look here, another really interesting thing is that as your uniques, your findings quality goes up, so do the breakdown components. So now this is dropping Corrupted Adra. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to break this down. And now I have it. So why would I do that? Why would I want to break down the uniques? Well, I am only playing a bow build. So what this means for me is I don't need the unique spears, the shields, the grimoires, the books, not books, the wands. I don't need any of that. I don't need the swords. So I can destroy all of that. And when you destroy, let's say here, I just have this to walk on water. If I destroyed this, I would get Adra. So if as I was playing the game, I was continually breaking down the uniques as I find them, I would get Adra. Well, Adra's not that useful. Well, you could go to crafting and go to here, and for 3 Adra, you can get Awakened. And then for 3 Awakened, you can get Corrupted. And then if you take a look here to my, let's just use my bow. If I have my bow here and I want to go to Legendary, it's going to most likely, I assume, be 3 of the Corrupted to get to this Adra ban, or however you pronounce that. So what that means is, if I go and find enough uniques now that are superb quality, I can dismantle them and speed up myself getting to the Legendary tier, which would then speed up me getting more of this Adra to then bring other things up to the Legendary tier. And it would also mean that any uniques I find would then, for example, instead of having Blackwood Branch, would have Glasswood Branch, which would then be as upgrade material for my new Legendary tier unique. I hope this is making sense. So what this means is that as a player, here we are with this Drawn in Winter. I'll use this to explain it again. So let's say I have this and I dismantle a bunch of uniques to get to Awakened Adra. So as soon as I do this, all the uniques I find are going to be exceptional quality. They're all going to dismantle to Awakened Adra. So that will allow me to catch up my other item, my for example, if you're dual wielding or if you have a body like this. So while that's playing catch up, I can go ahead and get these materials that'll start coming out of the uniques. And then when I have extra Awakened Adra, I can upgrade that to then get Corrupted Adra, which I can then use to upgrade my weapon, upgrade all the uniques I find, to then be able to get the next higher tier of the items, and it repeats up. It's building on itself. So essentially, the way the game is built, you are benefiting massively by destroying your uniques to quickly level up the ones you want to keep. That's really everything shortened down. You should be dismantling your uniques to get a better unique as you go. Now, this can be gamed. For example, for my quick testing, if you open a shop, it will snapshot whatever your best unique is at the time, and that's what the unique item levels will be based off of, what's available. So if you have a shop that you know is going to have a weapon you want to buy in the future, you shouldn't open that shop until you get a hold of a higher tier, so you're getting a better tier unique if you want to do that way, if you want to, say, switch to using it later in the game or something like that. This also means that you are just better off not keeping your extra stuff. And that's kind of my problem. I was stuck for a while. I felt like I wasn't upgrading my gear quick enough. And then I realized that I just had to destroy the uniques, and suddenly I get better uniques that give me better gear and better crafting. Now, if you're seeing here, for example, this takes 3, if this number is not the same for you, well, if you go to your character, go to abilities, go to Ranger, you can actually decrease the cost of upgrade materials to 25% less. So you can actually make it even cheaper to upgrade your gear by cheapening the combination of your upgrade materials. Basically, this will also speed you up. And you don't have to really be a ranger for this. If you're doing parries, you can do that and then go over here. Or if you're doing, one-handed melee, you can do this and go over here. If you're doing daggers, swords, or spears, you can you just got to pick up one point up here and then you can move down. So just putting that out there. If that interests you, there it is. This is a crazy thing to learn, because this means that I might have legendary gear already if I've been doing this from the start. And this means now that I can go back and watch a video for any uniques I missed that are weapons or armor, and I can dismantle those. This is also showing that it's actually a pretty good idea to try to buy out, for example, the corrupted Adro when you find it in a shop for the first time. If you need it to upgrade your weapon, you've reached that point, you should go ahead and spend that money, because spending that money will then mean your uniques come out higher quality and they're worth more and they have better materials in them. It's kind of a loop. You're just doing a self-fulfilling loop where you have to do this every single time or you're going to have worse items than someone who does. There's no way around it. I have to imagine this is what they want you to do, but if you're not doing it, you're just going to kind of fall behind. This is a really good bow for me, for my play style, so I've been picking it up and upgrading it, and I am just really sad that I missed out on possibly having an even better bow with even better numbers earlier, and I felt like I had to share this as an exploit. I wouldn't say it's a glitch in any way, but it's definitely an exploit, exploiting the system that exists in the game to get what you want a little sooner. And now I'm just even more excited to find uniques, because any unique I don't want, I can destroy it. If it has this branch here I need, my bow gets better, and it just makes my upgrades feel smoother. Also, I can go ahead and it allows me to get this up, because I just need one more unique, and then I'll have this upgraded, and then I tear those things down and I'll get the new materials for my armor to make it better, and it's just all of it's coming together. The system feels a lot better to me now that I understand this. I know this is long-winded. Hopefully this makes sense for some people. Someone will probably make a better video out of this, I'm sure. I expect if you're doing speed runs in the future, they're probably going to be destroying every unique but the one they absolutely want to maximize the efficiency of this, so it'll eventually become well known. But yeah, this is just awesome. It's an awesome way to upgrade your gear.